Problem number 1. We are talking about the y-axis being labeled the value of the washing machine, and that is graphed against the time in years on the x-axis. Every time I see value of the washing machine, I put y. Every time I see time in years, I put x. So I've already done that for A, B, C, and D. That means answer choice A is trying to describe the y-intercept, but it does it incorrectly because it says that the value of the washing machine before time decreases. Well, yes, it is the value, meaning the value of y before anything happens to x. But in this problem, x does not decrease, y does. Answer choice B says that x, the number of years that it will take for y to be 0. Well, that just means go to the graph and figure out when y is 0. That's the x-intercept. So how many years does it take for the 500 to work its way down to 0? And that would be right here. So answer choice B is the x-intercept. C says the value of the washing machine, so y, and it will decrease per x. Well, that's slope, y per x. D, number of years, x. When y is 30. Well, that's x, a certain number for x, certain number for y. I have a point. On the test, you don't know exactly what I'm going to ask for, but these are your answer choices. On number 2, the rate of change is slope. And yes, y with respect to x has been written here so that you understand that we are really just talking about a function. And I want to know what is the rate of change of that function. F of x equals 4 minus 8 over 5x. What can you do? I can put this equation in the calculator. There it is in the y equals screen. Now I'm going to go to the table and match my table with my answer. I see that when 2 is x, y is 0.8. I see it right there. When x is 4, I get negative 2.4. I notice that these numbers are skipping, but in the calculator it's not, so be careful. That means the answer is C. Because the answer is C now doesn't necessarily mean the answer is going to be C on the test, because this question says that the slope is negative 8 over 5. Remember, this is slope because the x is next to it. This is the y-intercept because it has no letter, and this is in slope-intercept form, mx plus b. It's just backwards. And yes, there is a plus sign there. It's just understood that the plus sign makes the 8 over 5 negative. So it looks like mx plus b now when I write it that way. Just want to be clear. The only other way you could do this problem would be to go to Stat Edit, do a linear regression, and put each table in to the calculator by putting the x values in list 1, the y values in list 2. And after that, you press Stat. Let me just show you real quick. Stat, Calc. After you've done that, go down to 4. And for my kids, this is so easy. You know exactly where I am because I skipped a few steps. Enter, 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 all the way down, and then you'll get the equation. And I moved it quickly because I just wanted to show you where Stat Calc was because I didn't write that here. Now, if you're confused about that, write it in the comments, and I'll post another video about how to perform a linear regression. And before I move on to question 3, oh yeah, you could do the change in y over change in x and say the distance here, how much did I move down and how much did I move up, divide and get the slope that way. Okay, next video.